Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you. It's time to upgrade. It's time. Time to horribly waste a large amount of money for minor performance improvements. I previously ran a dual PC setup. The black box was for gaming, and the white box was for video editing and streaming, with a capture card in between. But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked and caused my editing rig to start shooting out smoke. I had been using the same rig to edit videos for the past 7 years. It was time to stop being a cheap bastard and finally build a machine worthy to render my fantastic videos. This is the case. It's where you put all the stuff. Now, I'm sure the case fans are good enough, but I bought a bunch of these black Noctua fans that I'm gonna replace them all with because I'm optimizing this build for silence. I'm gonna be recording a lot, gonna be playing a lot, streaming and stuff on this thing. I wanna make sure it makes as little sound as possible. Now, I already screwed up a little bit. This was not long enough for the front of the case. So I've got 2 of the new fans and 2 of the case fans until I buy some extenders. I'm just gonna put the whole thing together though. Now for the CPU cooler, yes, I'm going with air cooling. I would build a custom loop, but I'm kind of a moron and I would screw it up. I'm so bad I could go work for The Verge. Ha! I know you're gonna be like, "Whoa, WarOwl, wait, you're using air cooling. What's wrong with you, you noob?" Listen, the NHD15 is good. It's comparable to any of those all-in-one coolers, the water coolers that you can find. It's also gonna be quieter. Remember, we're trying to get it as quiet as possible. However, gotta talk about this color choice. I got the matching headphones. What I did to make sure my build looks sexy and sleek, we're going for a nice sleek black look, is I got a replacement fan. So this is basically the same fan. It just doesn't look like that. You think 1500 watts is enough? Yeah, I know it's overkill. Here's the story. My brother's a miner. He had one of these things just sitting around, so he gave it to me. And I know it's not gonna run efficiently or whatever, but who cares, man? It was free. I don't know which is the right screw. Speaking of motherboard. Oh wait, I cut that scene. Here it is. I had to take some like weird plastic stuff off of it. And I'm gonna try to install a lot of the stuff like in its protective casing here so I don't screw it up. This is also where I'm trying not to shock it with my Emperor Palpatine powers. We're good to go. We got the good pad down here in the ground and everything. By the way, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. I just bought all the parts because I'm not very good at business. Now I know what you're thinking. How much dedicated WAM for the server? Now I got 64 gigs because I'm gonna be doing video editing on this thing. That's gonna help a lot with that. DDR4 3466, so faster than I'm used to. I'm excited about it. Let's see, how do I put them in? Oh, I got 4 and I got 4. I don't have to think. Dedicated WAM for the server. These little guys are probably what I'm most excited about over this build. They're the NVMe M.2 solid state drives. I've got 2 2TB drives. I deal with a lot of files, I deal with a lot of writing, a lot of reading, a lot of transferring, a lot of doing that kind of stuff. So I think that these guys are gonna greatly increase my quality of life. The only thing is, I don't know where the hell to put them. It looks like we got like a plate on top. I looked through the motherboard specs and it didn't say, man. Okay, so there's 3 of them. There's these 3, right? I think I gotta put them in those 2. I'm gonna do that, and if I do it wrong, I want you to tell me in the comments. Critical little screw. Look at how cute the little screw is. Oh, it's so cute. I've never seen a screw so small. Alright. This is a pain in the ass to open. I legit cannot get this open right now. They actually shipped this thing in a dodecahedron. How would you store this? The wasted space here is outstanding. The i9-9900K is pretty much the best consumer grade processor you're gonna get. I mean, it runs a little hot. That's probably the only negative to it, and it costs a lot, but for single core strength, which is gonna be really good for gaming, and then also it's got enough cores to where I can do video editing and rendering and that sort of thing. This is probably the perfect processor for me. People are really opinionated about how you put on the thermal paste. No matter what I do, I'm gonna get hate comments. So I'm not gonna say who I voted for, and I'm not gonna show you how I apply thermal paste. Oh, look! It's my Ronald Reagan calendar! Don't worry guys, I wasted even more money to make it look good. I got these thingies that go on it to make it look cool. When building a computer in 2019, there's nothing more important than aesthetics. This darn RAM is too tall. Look, I had to put this up a little bit. Is that bad? Let me know in the comments if that's bad. All right, listen up, kiddos. The next step is to take this thing and put it into this thing. It's not fun. Okay, it's gonna take a long time. I gotta run all these cords and cables and stuff and make sure everything's powered, and it's, you know, we're just gonna skip forward in time a little bit here, all right? You ready? Now, because we're wasting copious amounts of money on slight performance improvements, we're going with the RTX 2080 Ti, probably the best graphics card that you can get right now. Exciting to get that thing installed. I did all the cable management and stuff. It's super late. I have been doing the cable management and plugging everything in for hours now, and I'm ready to test it. As in, let me look how beautiful this case looks, man. We got this is like a beast cooler. Look at that. Takes up the entire thing. I'm gonna try turning it on. Now this isn't, I don't have anything plugged into it. I just have power going to it. So I just wanna see if the fans move and if the thing starts up, or if we made a $5,000 bomb, which would be kind of scary. I think this button on the top is the power button. Fans are all spinning. Graphics card is going. Oh, it looks beautiful, dude. Look at this. Hey guys, it's 2 weeks later. It didn't work. It didn't work. So, I booted it up, I installed all the software, got it running, even played some Counter-Strike, but here's the thing, no sound. The onboard sound card for the motherboard was defective, and it took me 4 days of work to figure it out. I had like professionals going into my computer and trying to figure it out. We're like, what's going on with these settings? Is it Windows? Could it be Windows? No, I had a defective motherboard, so I had to RMA it. That took another week to send it there, for them to look at it, for them to send it back. And you know, when you spend that much money on a motherboard, it should just work. It should just work. But good news, guys, the new one works. It was time to test the limits of my new top-of-the-line consumer PC to truly see what this bad boy is made of. Let's get over to where these bots are shooting. On a private server where bots are shooting all over the place, I'm at the max possible graphics right now, and as you can see, while recording and while running all my software, it doesn't dip below my 144 hertz monitor refresh rate. Certainly isn't as high as I thought it was gonna be, and sometimes if I play online, hello, it'll sit around the 400 FPS, 500 FPS point. I think on a local server it goes a little bit lower, and I have all this other stuff running. Without my webcam running, without the audio running, without the recording going, when I come over to this corner on the lowest graphics settings and look at the ground, it would get over 1000 FPS. So I can see it gets over 900 here. but it's not hitting the 1,000 anymore because I have all this stuff running. Still, I've never been able to achieve the 1,000 FPS mark in Counter-Strike before, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, this build isn't just for gaming, it's for producing WarOwl content. So, video editing, rendering, streaming and playing at the same time, recording and playing at the same time, all of that stuff that I need to do to try to get some videos out for you fine folks. I feel like this is going to greatly improve my productivity as a YouTuber. I'm actually really excited for it. I feel energized again to make content. I'm actually making this video and editing it on the new build. If you want to see any specific benchmarkings beyond Minecraft and Counter-Strike FPS, let me know, either on Twitter, email, comments, whatever, and I will tweet out the results of whatever benchmarking type stuff you want me to do at like factory settings, if you're curious about that stuff. For the meantime, thank you folks very much for watching. I thought about naming this new build The Closer. But I'm not gonna. Thank you folks very much for watching. I am TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer. How satisfying is it to take off? Woo!